The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
What's the fuss?
We got a case of the Silly Willies today. Episode 221. We just had a major knockdown, drag out fight about that. Episode 221 of What's the Fuss Podcast. My name is Rock Stoker. I'm the host of the show. With me is my producer, John Hannon.
It's me.
I got you right as you were fucking putting a beer to your face.
I love it.
Pizza Peisenberg, Chris Coleman. How you doing?
What up?
So, this has been a fucking weird week. Where did we leave off last week? We were doing questions from the internet.
Oh yeah,
Answering emails.
Yeah.
We
And
did some
basically
emails.
the world was on fire. Not much has changed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Australia. We put Australia out, and now the rest of the world's on fire.
Dude, that
Nobody
was
knows.
horrifying. Do you remember seeing, they put up, dude, it was so bad. They had like pictures of like little burned up koala bears.
I was going to say, I just think of burned koalas, dude.
I didn't
That's
like
the
that.
image in my head.
That hurt my little
It's
feelings.
terrible.
I'm sorry. Here, go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. I realized I opened up my beer and I didn't drink it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what to tell you there, bud. It's 4th of July.
It is 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. We just had a bunch of barbecue.
Yep. We watched the movie Independence Day
delicious.
3 times in a row.
No, we
It's a
didn't.
fucking party over here.
No, it was awful.
No, we didn't do that? Okay.
Dude, the funniest part about that story that obviously has been told is when I went to jail on Independence Day, they played the fucking movie, is they were questioning me about my mental health at the time. They're like, have you ever felt suicidal? And I was like, not before, right now.
Not till-
like, I was
not till
fine
this
up
movie.
until you fucking arrested me for skateboarding on the sidewalk and then fucking played a Will Smith fucking movie 10 times in a row. And yeah, now I'm a little
It's
depressed.
sad they ruined Will Smith for you like that. It's a great actor.
He's the
Icon of our
first
time.
white rapper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That was harsh.
All right, so let's get into it. So whatever you guys want. We have a whole bunch of shit on the table. A lot of stuff is obviously happening. It happens every fucking week now. We are in the money as far as podcasting and shit goes. Like, we should just open up a news network. I feel like our cup runneth over every week. There's extra stories. It never fucking ends. And so we have our pick. Do you want to do some user questions off the Facebook page, or do you want to go straight into some of the craziest news the world has ever fucking known? Every 2 weeks the world gets crazier.
Why don't
I
we-
feel like that's only recently.
But 2020,
it's
bro.
just, it is very recently.
I mean, I feel like we've been progressing, but like I feel like we were like really like 2020 something different. Didn't they open up a bunch of like tombs or something like that, like King Tut's tomb or something like that, like underneath a fucking pyramid? And wasn't that like right at the
fuck
end
yeah,
of?
man. Brendan Fraser saved the day.
I know, he's so great.
Fucking
Great on Scrubs.
It made great on Scrubs.
Great on Scrubs.
One of my favorite rides at Universal. So thanks for that.
He was an Encino Man.
I think we could do a.
He was Encino Man. Sorry to cut you off, John. He was the Encino Man.
What are the user questions pertaining to?
I say we go back and forth.
Okay,
User question.
Yeah,
news
do
story.
you
User
here?
question,
You know
news
what,
story.
man? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So basically, what I did this week is, I mean, obviously we have shit to get to, but I really wanted to get, I don't know, just questions from motherfuckers. Everybody was being really dumb one night, and I love that. Everybody was being like, just, I don't know, it was just a hot night on the What's the Fuss group page. So I was like, what the fuck do you guys want to hear on the show? Because I really don't care. And if you feel, I don't think we should be reading names.
Okay, cool.
Even though
Probably
it
not.
does say, it literally says that I'll read it on the podcast, but you guys know I'm scared of like everything now from YouTube. I don't want them to do anything. But let's just say, I don't know.
You could just make up a name.
Initial him.
Make up a name.
Yeah, make up a name for him, John. Make up a screen name. What would his screen name be if this was 1998?
Mickey Mechanic
Okay.
would be what that
Mickey
mouth
Mechanic.
do.
What that mouth?
What
do.
that mouth do? Oh, so these are these type of questions.
These are
Okay.
stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
What that?
Is there
mouth
any
do?
that are not stupid?
I don't
maybe?
know. I didn't read them.
I know. Listen, I know one person actually asked a decent question that I commented on and said, we
What
should talk about
does
it.
your mouth do?
Yep, it was that one. It goes makes fart
Somebody
noises.
said C or our
Jesus Christ, John.
Our
Fucking
rod-
forget that part.
our rod training.
Oh my god.
Fireworks canceled, but protests and block party is.
Oh,
just
you
fine.
wanted to know about this one.
Yeah, this is the one that I seconded. I felt like this was a
Well,
good topic to talk about.
One
They
more
canceled
time, John, because I
okay,
did
go
interrupt
ahead.
you. That was my fault. What was the full question again, John?
Oh, fireworks are canceled.
From old B. Fod Craney.
I just said I interrupted him, and then you interrupted him.
Sorry, go ahead.
But
Stop interrupting
what?
John as I interrupt John.
I swear.
All right.
This is the last
Go
time.
ahead.
The last time I'm saying it, I'm swear.
Let the man talk.
Fireworks are canceled, but protests and block parties are just fine, with a question mark. So, I mean, that's like a question.
I think that was grossly oversimplified.
Yeah, but I understand exactly what he's talking about. The Lake Eola, specifically fireworks, were canceled months ago because of COVID.
Yeah.
But just this week, I saw advertisement on social media for a block party / Black Lives Matter protest march starting from Lake Eola.
Well, I'm not going to
Which
say
was
that
just encouraging people to come
those
out and
ladies
be in
and
a group
gentlemen
together.
They should be social distancing, but
Right.
fuck.
I'm not saying-
It's just gonna look cooler if they spread out. Anyways, the march or the protests or whatever is just gonna look bigger.
Exactly.
I would do that anyways.
They should utilize
right
that.
Now, it looks
Trump's
like a fucking,
administration failed to
It
do
looks
that
like
at
a
his
corn concert
inauguration.
right now.
Just keep
Everybody's
talking
like
over me.
slammed to the front. Sorry.
Fuck it, it's fine.
Fuck you. Go ahead.
No, it's over.
What'd you do at the
I
Trump
lost
rally?
it.
What did you do at the Trump rally? I know you were there.
I waved a sign.
Oh, cool.
Make America Great Again.
Well,
I bought a hat too.
you're racist. I do like that somebody wrote under what that mouth do. Somebody wrote, "It praises Jesus." and then Bernice, who I know I can say Bernice's name. She listens all the fucking time. She says it measures because of the old measure mouth.
Measure mouth. Great reference. Great
boy.
reference. That's one of my favorite
That
jokes.
goes back to Nick, man. I love him.
That's
okay,
right.
so
Measures.
Jesus Christ, some of these.
Give us one of these crazy news stories.
Do you want to just go? Oh, hold on. I want to get through some of these.
Okay.
Who is the ugliest person in your group of friends? Wow.
Well,
that's
I mean,
mean.
It's because you're outing somebody.
Oh, I thought he was going to
nominate
say
myself?
that's me. He said that's
No.
mean,
I was
and I thought
gonna
he was going to say that's me.
I mean,
Hell
I
no.
got to be
misheard
runner up.
that. It's
definitely
fine.
more Rocky
You're
than-
vice ugly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't the top.
What
I ain't the
constitutes
best, but I'm
ugly?
in the top
Everybody's
three.
beautiful in their own right. I mean, I don't.
Right?
I
Shut up
don't
with
have
that
any of my
nonsense.
friends that I'm like that guy is fucking ugly.
Maybe she's born with it.
Like if they were that ugly, obviously I'm not gonna hang out with them.
God damn it, you guys dropped the ball.
So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
because sometimes they're like, "Oh, my baby's the cutest." Sometimes it's an ugly baby.
Yeah.
and you just gotta accept it. And
But ugly babies sometimes turn out to be really cute adults, and then cute
You're
babies
right.
turn out to be fucking.
Some of the ugliest kids in middle and high school grew up to be some of the hottest adults, and vice versa. Some of the hot kids in middle and high school grew up to be busted out ugly motherfuckers.
yeah, I used to be beautiful.
Peaked
There
in
was
high
a
school.
day.
The old term "peaked in high school" is a thing.
Yeah,
I was not peaking in high school. Let's just say that.
yeah,
peaked
Rocky
in
was a decent looking person.
I was
In high
That
school,
really
you're
was.
right.
No,
Peaked
it
in
was
high
so
school.
cute. I was
Peaked
so
in high
cute.
school.
Yeah.
All downhill.
I had a
since then.
dick V.
And
was
now
fucking
look
awesome.
at you, you filthy fucking.
dick.
Fucking animal.
Jesus Christ.
This one's for Chris Coleman specifically.
Oh,
Did
my
Quentin
God.
Tarantino become a great director just to produce period pieces to use the N-word with impunity?
And that's for Coleman exclusively.
I feel like it.
Oh, you feel like it
I
is?
feel like it.
That's okay.
I mean,
No, I
made
don't-
up some of that.
Oh, cool, awesome.
No, but that
he
is a
wrote
real
that question. From himself.
No, I don't think he did that.
Let's make up a name. We'll call this guy
'Cause he did-
Brandon Fosca, and let's answer his question here. I would say that is a no. It's just a happenstance. He likes, for whatever reason, he likes to use that word, and now he makes movies and thinks
Does
it's okay
he
to use that
it?
word.
Or does he write it
Oh,
into
he's-
other people's
He
scripts?
writes it and uses it. He says it, I think, more than almost anybody in his movies, aside from like in
it
Django.
seems like
maybe, because that
Leonardo
was
DiCaprio said
it was
it a lot, not
yeah,
him.
He did. So did Jamie Foxx, Samuel L. Jackson. They all say that shit a lot. But
But I mean, you
I feel
hear
like
it in
it's
the
I feel
real
like
strikes
one
you.
of those things is not like the other, though, and I
right,
feel like it's a little.
two of those things are not like the other two. Right.
You hear it in the real world a lot, though. So
What?
I think he's
You
just
hear the N-word a lot?
sometimes.
Okay.
Especially when I was growing up in Philly, it was all over the place. It
Oh,
was thrown
yeah.
around
Really?
like crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, everybody would just talk to each other.
And they
even
say
if-
the South is racist.
even if you're friends. No, it's not racist. They're not like they mean it in a nice, endearing term.
heritage. It's heritage, not hate.
But they're like, "What's up, N-word?" And,
Oh, wow. Jesus Christ, you just gave me a heart
at the end
attack.
of
You're
every
making my
sen-
sides hurt.
at the end of every sentence, sometimes the word just gets dropped in, and with people that I was around, especially in Philly. But it was just like a use of the word. It wasn't like towards anybody or toward like anything negative.
right.
But no, I mean, I feel like
But did white
Quentin
people-
Tarantino just uses it because it's said in the real world all the time. Like if you are ignorant to think that people don't say it to each other sometimes.
He's addressed it many times in interviews.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
And
like
I don't know if he's
Jamie Foxx did say something on his behalf, I think, too, right?
I don't think he's paying extra attention to it.
I think he's got a pass.
Jamie Foxx gave a bunch of people a pass recently. Yeah, he gave Tarantino a pass. He gave somebody else a pass.
He gave Robert Downey Jr.
for
a pass.
the
We
blackface
talked
thing.
about
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
All right, let's. Somebody did want us to say something nice about each other.
This is also a Rocky question.
It's not. I fucking
Gay, Just
right?
kidding.
This is his therapy session that he's forcing us to go through.
Right?
I don't
My
want
self-esteem
to.
is low. Question A from Anonymous writes
Can
in,
I just get a
tell me
compliment
how
from one
pretty
of-
I am. Who's the ugliest? That's a roundabout way to say, Rocky, you're the
Who's
prettiest.
the ugliest one of all?
Rocky's writing all this shit. This is
Yes,
scripted. I knew it.
am. Boom. I knew I was the ugliest.
That's why it's
Yeah.
not funny. Rocky wrote it.
He's trying
I like
to
that.
force
I
us
like that
into
we're all
saying-
really good friends, but we literally can't say something nice.
No, we
about
can.
the
I know we can. You know
buying
what? Rocky
time.
and I will both say that, and I know we'll agree on this, and probably this would be our cop out easy way to promote John or give John some love, is that like he's the glue. Like holds the shit together, does all the editing,
Yeah.
keeps it going, like is the serious, non-bullshittiest one of us for the most part.
He's good at having bad friends.
Yep. He attracts shit.
No. He is. He definitely is. You're certainly the producer. We couldn't do it without you. That's
Right,
for sure.
right.
And honestly, you are a good friend. You've been there for me in some weird times. You're
do
very
I?
dependable. You're very dependable.
Do I have to say something
You
nice?
do? No,
No,
you don't.
no.
You do
'Cause we know you
lose.
can't.
You do lose half our shit every week.
Yeah. Well,
even though you're the most
he's
organized
the most
of us, quote, unquote.
disorganized, fucking mess of keeping things together I've ever known.
So there, we said something kind of nice.
It's not that I never lose anything. I know where I leave it, but
It's
I
in
leave
his
shit,
car,
I leave
floating
shit
in
around
the
other
mass
places from where they're
of
supposed to
his
be.
car, the black
That's
hole
where
of
you
his
leave
car.
them.
It happens. I'm not the only one.
He finds things in the last place he looks.
We should do an episode of. We should record from the car and just throw stuff away and just ask him, "Why have you been holding on to this for a year? What do you
my
need
God.
it for?"
Oh, if
you
it
know
makes
by
us
the
clean out his car, let's do that.
well, do you know how like in a hoarders episode you get eventually down to like back when the kids used
Dude,
to
we'll
live
pick
there.
out every can and be like, John,
like,
do
I
you have
remember
an
this.
attachment to this Starbucks can? Do you remember? Does this
be like,
feature?
there's a, like,
no, I
old
can't.
Star
Don't
Wars
throw
characters.
it away because that's the day that I don't know, something happened. Sam told me she loved me that day, so I kept that Starbucks can forever.
And there's a
but I've
little
just
bit
been
left.
crunching it on the floor under my feet all day. But don't throw it away. John's a true hoarder.
He is. You are.
No, I am not the cleanest when it comes to my car. Definitely not. And I have just a pile of clothes sitting in the bedroom where like that's like my dirty clothes pile. If I had a hamper, they would go in there. But
You don't have a hamper?
No, but that's the messiest I'll get. Is just like
Can I
Like a
get you
pile.
a hamper?
Hamper's like $10.
yeah, absolutely.
I also have clothes all over and I have a hamper, so you can have mine because I don't fucking use it.
Save some money on buying him that.
I
hamper.
literally just kick all my clothes off the end of the bed, and then like at night, and then in the daytime I put them back up on the bed, and then at nighttime before
So
I go
you
to bed,
fool yourself
I
like,
just
the room's
kick 'em
clean.
all over. Yeah,
and then at
just-
night you're like, I
yeah.
need this room.
For sure. And then I'm
the
like,
day
yeah,
you're
clean
like,
my room.
Clean it up again, right?
And then
I'll take the hamper.
I also have this thing,
Like, please give me this hamper.
dude. I saw this. I guess I got
A
to
hamp me
ask.
down.
I have to ask if
what'd you
anybody
say?
else does
A
this.
hamp me down.
Hamp me
that's
down.
boom, hamp me down.
Punzenberg.
Line of the show. Title. There's your title.
I wish I had a car crash fucking sound like Opie and Anthony. But I want to ask you guys because I heard about this on the internet not too long ago, and I definitely do it. I have these things. I don't know what you call them. I call them half dirts. That's where I've worn something, but not like outside. Like it's still,
Okay.
it's not like dirty and stinky and ketchup on it or something like that.
Right.
It's literally been worn. I fucking hung out, watched a movie or whatever, and then went to bed. And I took it off like before. It's been worn for like maybe 20 minutes.
Let me just say before anyone answers, I feel like these answers are going to be so different. Just John, I'm guessing, just like pulls his clothes from a pile and doesn't,
from a
and
pile,
he
yep.
smells them and goes, that's clean because it doesn't stink.
So
And
all
if
of
it
your clothes
stinks,
are
it's
half
dirty.
dirts.
Yeah.
No, I have a clean clothes pile. It is a pile. but
Sometimes
it's a
it gets
clean clo-
meshed. Maybe
Yeah.
Never the tween shall meet.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
There's
is
some
there like
meeting
a
going on.
halfway in between? Like that doesn't stink as bad.
Yeah,
It's like a first, second, third stink pile.
It's like no.
Ew.
But like I will wear like the same pair of pajama pants a few days,
That doesn't count.
And
yeah,
a,
no,
and a
that's
shirt that
that's
I
fine
wear
because
around
you're
the
just
house.
like, yeah, that's fine.
No,
Even
when
if it's
something's
like dirty, it really doesn't
obviously
matter.
like today I did some gardening. When I got in the house, it was very apparent that none of that stuff was getting worn again throughout the week. I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
soaking wet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
You're not
just
putting
dirty
that
now.
underwear back on.
No. Yeah.
It's like been in salt water at the beach or something. It's just not.
It's brine.
Yeah, it's so.
I like
bad.
my
It's
boxers
crunchy.
brined,
It's
sir.
like when it gets like hard or dry, you can rub it together with your hands and like dust.
Gross.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Where's
I
the
don't know
line
about that.
of half dirty? Like
You
what
can
is
smell
classified?
it. If your girlfriend yells
I
at
think
you,
it's a
you
smell
gotta
thing.
fucking-
Aside from stains or something, right? It's a smell thing. It's got to be the next. that's your
stains is
next-
a big one, but
Yeah.
stains can be deceiving.
Okay.
Okay. Stains can be
But
deceiving.
no, something's got a stink. It doesn't even wear the same, right? It's like hanging off you if it's too dirty. Like
No, I can't do that.
it's so bad.
No. I wouldn't.
I'm
I mean,
guilty.
only around the house, mainly.
If I really like a shirt, I'm just not going to take it off.
I have way too many shirts, so I can wear as many shirts as I want.
Fucking wore
Never
maybe
really
one
run out of
shirt when I traveled. Like I went on planes and just hotel rooms. I put the same one on every day, and then like I went on vacation wore like one shirt. I'm
Sounds-
fucking gross.
no,
I bought a bunch, but I didn't wear any.
You just kept
clean
smelling
ones.
it like, that's good.
I was with all dudes. So I
Nah,
was like,
it's
yeah,
good.
it doesn't matter.
Okay, it was the dude's
Yeah,
trip.
my chick is at home. She's not gonna yell at me. I feel like if
So you
if
come home with stankin' ass clothes and you open your suitcase and she's like, God damn. This is past half dirt. This is full dirt.
You heard about this earlier.
Dirt McGirt.
When you
I
put dirty
smell-
clothes in a plastic bag or something
Uh-huh.
and then open it up.
I smell
smell
so
wafts.
bad. Her room smells bad now. She was talking about this earlier when we were all hanging
She
out.
did confirm.
And like apparently I sweat and snore and drool.
What we
and
what we
leave
decided
stuff
was that you
around.
leave every fluid of your body
Yeah.
in and around her bed.
Just-
You're a disgusting human being.
Yeah.
Like a cat that sprays or something.
Yeah.
Just
Pretty much.
marking territory.
Disgusting.
It's like the Febreze commercials where it's like,
Oh my
to
God.
you it smells normal.
It's a little wiener spray.
To everybody
You never heard
else-
anybody?
Oh, I thought when you said it was like a Febreze commercial that you meant like his dick sprayed like a Febreze bottle
Oh, no.
across the bed like a fine misting.
John, I'm
stench.
older than you. You don't know how it sprays.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, you're a young man. I'm sure you still do a
Right,
lot
yeah,
of
there's
things. You
no
probably
misting
still
coming out of his dick. Probably
get
it's a
those
straight,
perfect little
it's a straight
protein polywogs come out. Not anymore. Not after 30, John. No.
Is that
everywhere.
where it falls apart?
It's like when an old lady sneezes and the whole fucking room kind of gets a blast.
like
It
a-
stinks. It smells so different.
Oh
Like,
my
wow,
God.
it's not good. I don't like that.
There is that old person
My
smell.
wiener's dentures come out. It's so bad.
Oh my God.
Speaking about wieners, let's get to the news. We should have like a cool little intro there about
That's a great
dicks.
segue. Best segue ever. Let's segue to everything with that. From now
Always
on.
speaking about wieners.
Speaking
I
about
should just
wieners,
sing.
let's talk about Obama.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Speaking of
Let's
wieners.
talk about you and me. What's the rest of that song? That was a good one. I remember that. I mean, I was young when that came out,
Yeah.
but I
Song is
remember
so
like
old.
people used to drive by their cars. I lived in the ghetto, and they would have that song like really blasting. Let's talk about
That's
sex.
Salt and Pepper.
Is
right?
it?
I
don't
believe
know.
so.
Can I get a
believe so.
confirmation?
Can we
There's
get
two
it
females
confirmed?
in the room.
No,
It's
okay.
a big fuck you from the crowd. All right, so
Is this thing on? Take my wife, please.
all right, so the segue of wieners was relating to so long time.
Salt and pepper, yeah.
Was
Boom.
it salt
What
and
year?
pepper?
Oh, shit. I closed it up.
1992.
52.
52.
1990 exactly.
Oh, fuck,
90.
I was
90. I
close.
was 2 years off. Rocky was 38 years off. Goddamn.
38 years young. Okay, so
Blink 138.
Doesn't matter after 30, so who fucking cares?
fucking spray cum
It's
all
ruined.
over. It smells
It's all
so
done.
different.
Oh my God.
Smells different, dude.
Okay.
Speaking
Jeffrey
about wieners.
Epstein's long time. I don't know if it was his girlfriend,
I love it.
companion. I know.
Speaking of wieners, Jizz, Laine, Maxwell.
Jizz- oh, wow.
Did not kill herself. Oh, you're sneezing. You're sneezing old lady
I'm
sneeze all
allergic
over
to
the
good
kitchen,
jokes.
bro. You're fucking misting us in a fine mist of old lady.
it was Jizz Laine in here for a little bit. That's a good one. Where'd you hear Jizz Laine? How did I
name
not
is-
put
that's her
together?
name.
Her name is Jizz Laine.
Yeah.
Jizzy Lane, you're in my.
I never pulled that out of it. That's great. That's a great turn on it. Jizzy Lane, you're in my bed. That's your girlfriend's rendition.
Wow.
Whoop.
Did you just fucking
like
ring a bell for that?
Yep.
Is that what we're gonna do
'Cause
every
we're out.
time
Yep,
that there's
we're
a
down
good
and out.
joke?
Yeah,
No, you gotta do it down here.
Do it again.
What did you hit?
The bottom. It's a boxer's bell. It means I just knocked you out with funny.
Wow.
Every time there's silence, I have to.
That's
fill
like
it
when
with
Chip
that.
Chipperson used to shake the fucking thing of almonds. He'd make a bad joke and never mind. Anyways, all right. So, Jizzy Lane, Maxwell. She was arrested, like fucking shopping in Massachusetts.
It's okay. I don't know the details.
She was just
that
like
she
out.
was arrested and has not killed herself
Apparently,
yet.
she got a ride there, and she was just out and about doing stuff, like getting a coffee, shopping. I don't know exactly what, but she was just out in public, and she was actually arrested. And
So for people who don't know Ghissy Laine,
Ghissy Laine was. Go ahead.
well, no, I was just going to ask you, like, how is she exactly tied to Epstein?
She was his personal assistant for decades. Am I right?
And I think they had like some sort of relationship, but she was absolutely involved with. Thank you, my computer's going crazy.
That was
should not have clicked on that link.
That was going to be my question. What link?
Yeah, don't use the one that's on the What's the Fuss
said,
group page.
The one that said Jizz Lane. You should have checked the spelling on how they spelled that.
In all the accounts of the victims in this story, a lot of them, most of them, will also have heard almost just as guilty, if not even worse than Jeffrey Epstein himself, because she did a lot of looking for these people, trafficking, finding these girls and stuff like that, where he was more behind the scenes. He had a lot going on. I'm sure he's a fucking billionaire who was obviously in one of the worst cases of sex trafficking that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I can ever think of it is when bigger things were going on, political parties, like it was so much bigger that sex trafficking was like, yeah, of course, a part of it. But this is just these are billionaires who are like, have you seen the Eyes Wide Shut picture of her, Epstein, and Harvey Weinstein? They're all wearing like military suits and like Mardi Gras faces.
Yeah.
Like, and they're all just like
Eyes Wide
hanging
Shut,
out.
like orgy party,
It's
huh?
so fucking creepy.
Some Illuminati
dude.
shit. They're lizard people.
Dude. Well, either way, she's been arrested, and now I'm wondering. I mean, can we all just agree that she's going to be killed in the next month or so?
I feel like we should
can
really
fast
be
forward over
taking
that,
a
right?
pool on this right now.
Yeah.
Picking dates.
Oh, for sure. Well, I thought it was going to happen by the weekend.
Exactly.
I was
now.
proven wrong. They've got her alive somewhere. I bet she's not talking, and I have a feeling that this is going to turn into she gets COVID in jail.
It
all
won't
the
be as
cameras
obvious
stop
as
working.
this one. Right.
Or I don't think they're going to give her bail.
Or they just hire someone in jail to kill her.
She has 3 passports. They're not going to give her bail money. Or she is such a flight
she's probably
risk.
not going to get bond at all.
She owns islands.
Right.
Like they're not going to give her.
Well, I found it
right?
interesting that recently Trump, and when all this Epstein shit came about, I was quoted as saying he was questioned about her.
Yeah.
And he was quoted
knew
as
her.
saying, but he said, I don't remember. We might have met in passing. I'm sure I probably met her.
It was years ago.
Yeah,
but
there's so many
cohorted.
photos of the two of them.
They cohorted
right,
all the
side by side for decades, going back
Speaking
decades.
of that, and I fucking hate when people do this, and I'm about to do it. I'm sorry that nobody can fucking mention Trump without Clinton or Clinton without Trump, but Jesus Christ, who the fuck put this bitch in the aisle seat of Chelsea fucking Clinton's wedding? She's in the aisle seat.
Jizz Lane?
Yes.
Really? Yeah.
She's on the end.
I get it. The aisle.
The fucking flower girl threw petals at her. It is so insane.
Rocky is freaking out.
Oh,
Right?
I was
he's like,
bummed out
"What?"
because they have the same picture of Trump. They have the same picture of all these Weinstein, all these famous people.
Right.
And
that they didn't know each other.
Tom
or have
Hanks.
Any interaction.
I'm sure
Tom
they
Hanks
all
was
know
there?
each other. Yeah.
Not America's dad.
He's in this big time. That's
Oh,
why he was cringing
no.
so hard at that. We just talked about him. Who's the right?
Gervais.
Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. Yeah.
Gervais was making fun of him really bad at the Oscars, and Tom Hanks, if you remember that,
the Golden Globes.
Oh,
Yes.
the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
You remember his face during the monologue?
Actually, yes, I do remember seeing
He
that.
was really
he was
cringing. And
yeah.
and Ricky Gervais was like, he was your friend, not mine.
Right.
And they didn't like that shit. So I mean, a lot of this stuff's going to come out. But
Yikes.
I don't think it's going to come out. I think she's going to be killed before
They'll
she's
just
allowed
find,
to speak.
Yeah,
I don't.
they'll
She's
find a
not
way.
going to trial.
They'll
Yeah.
find a way on the inside to get it done.
She'll die.
They're not going to trial. It's not going to happen. We thought there was memes before Epstein died.
I wish she
about
would
like,
agree to
is
talk,
he
though.
going to kill himself? Is he not? Like Hillary Clinton's going to obviously kill him. And then what happened? Like a week later, he ended up fucking dead. Like we were like, there's no way they can get to him because we're all watching.
Right.
And it still happened.
Right.
So we know what's going to happen here.
Because it all comes down to the shitty hourly paid fucking guards that are paid to, you know what I mean, watch whatever ward or room or cell that they're in. And they're easily paid off. When you pay a dude fucking $13 an hour to, watch humans and keep them alive.
Oh, yeah, you
and
can
somebody
have, like-
comes and wants to pay you $50 grand or $100,000
Oh, it'd
to
be
give them
millions.
access
It'd be
or
millions,
whatever.
but it's nothing compared
whatever
to a
it is,
billionaire. I mean,
right.
millions of dollars is drop in the bucket. And I mean, you want to know the truth? I mean, I do too. Oh, you're gonna kill a fucking known pedophile? Yeah, go ahead. Now I get millions, and you kill a pedophile. I'm in.
Right.
Cool. Where do I sign up? All right, so let's go to break. We'll be back in a little bit. John, what are we playing?
I had no idea.
I know.
What are
That's
we
why
playing?
I put you on the spot, because I knew that you didn't know. Probably something from 69 Fingers. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Faster, faster. Keep running faster. You're not getting stronger, longer. Faster and faster, yeah. So why am I so in love with you? It's 'cause you put me things I never knew. Whoa. So now your song's in my head, and I'm better off alive when I'm living this life. Why are we living this? Yeah, yeah. Colder and colder. It keeps getting colder. We keep getting older. Summer is over, but we're not gonna smolder. We keep getting faster, faster and stronger, yeah. So why am I so in love with you? It's 'cause you put me through things I never knew. Whoa. So now your song's in my head, when I'm better off alive, when I'm living this life. Why are we living this? Back in the day when I was young and I didn't know that someday the shit was overtaken. Back in the day when I was young and I didn't know that someday the shit was overtaken. So why am I so in love with you? It's 'cause you put me through things I never knew. Whoa. So your song's in my head. Gotta get faster, gotta get stronger.
That was weak.
didn't
Your
work
bottle
at
open
all.
was so weak. That works every time. Let's
We
just
had
stick
this
to the tried and
elaborate
true.
plan to like come in.
It was
with
not,
like
though.
a
It was
ding
terrible.
and a beer crack.
ding and a
it
beer-
was
yeah.
literally like a big thing, and it we just did awful.
The dog hates it too.
You're trying to orchestrate something, and no, did not work.
Happy Independence Day, guys. Happy July 4th.
Happy July 4th.
4th of July.
4th of July. Ghissy Laine, you're in my ear,
Moment of silence
in
for that
my
guy's
eyes.
butthole and our independence.
Yeah, and Brigitte. What's her name?
Amber Jeep.
Just Lane Maxwell.
No, Brigitte from fucking Happy Gilmore.
Oh my God, that's some off
Billy
mic
Madison,
conversation.
Miss Vaughn,
Veronica Vaughn.
Oh.
Veronica Vaughn. Yeah.
Wow,
That
yeah.
was deep convo before the show even started.
Chris thought she was dead. I was like, no, you fucking idiot.
no,
She's fine.
what? Wow, this guy and his lies.
Speaking of old shit, let's get to the first story. I guess this is the second story after the Ghissy Laine.
First story of the since the break, though.
Oh, is that what it is? Thank you for clearing that up, Coleman.
No problem.
I'm sorry. I'm doing a horrible job. You guys,
We'll keep you on point.
we never record this late, so I feel like there's been more intoxicants involved in this show than the last few. Beavis and Butthead is back. There's a reboot officially announced, and I believe MTV is going to kind of, let. I'm sure Mike Judge is going to have a big thing. Yeah. Mike Judge is going to be teaming up to relaunch the franchise.
Okay, that was my first question.
This is going to be
reboot.
Now, see, there's no way on God's green earth that they're ever going to. It's not going to be like Beavis and Butthead that we know. They're not going to hit frogs with bats and
Yeah, you're right.
It's going to be a lot more PC.
Deep fry weird shit. At
Is
their
it though?
job.
Really, think of Family Guy and other cartoons that push it to the limit.
Yeah, now the FCC is.
No, let that joke die, please.
No, not to bring an '80s song reference to
Was
this.
that that even a joke? I don't even know.
It wasn't. It was an '80s song reference. But I think about the cartoons that really push the envelope.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that
adult
one of the
cartoons.
beautiful things about a lot of those shows that we're talking about, The Simpsons, Family Guy, there's a lot of them. And I mean, Rick and Morty, hell, they had to tone it down not too long ago. And you and I are obviously huge Scrubs guys, and they've had to take some stuff off. They even took the Golden Girls.
Some old
they took
blackface
the
stuff.
Golden Girls off because they were mud mask on an episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that
They
one.
took it off syndication.
Were they doing blackface?
No,
Or
they
were
had mud
just
masks
happened to
on.
have mud masks on?
They
That's
had mud
weird.
masks on.
No, the joke was it looked like blackface, and
Yeah,
I think
and they were
But if that's not what they were doing, then who cares? You know what I mean?
That's
fucking
walking a
stupid.
fine line.
Whatever, slippery slope and all that.
Yeah, exactly. You offend the wrong person, and it's fucking gone.
Yeah, you
but
get
anyways,
4 Karens on Twitter, you have to take shit down. It's terrible.
they'd be hard pressed. Mike Judge would be hard pressed. I don't even know how they got him to agree with this, honestly, because where is the line? You had a good question before. Where's the line? How far can he go with this anymore? Because some stuff, honestly. Actually, if you want the truth,
I think he knows he's still making
Beavis and
King
Butthead
of
was
the
never
Hill.
very
He's still-
racial or anything.
He's still making lots of shows. I mean, I feel like he
They
can
made
push
fun
it.
of rednecks
What, Beavis and Butthead?
all the time,
Yeah, absolutely.
even in the movie.
Yeah, that
Well,
was.
and I think
you're right. That was kind of the
The
thing
shed
the
in
whole
which
way
we're
through.
whacking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mike Judge,
Tom, the next door
Mike
neighbor.
Judge
or
is going to
whatever.
help MTV more than MTV is going to help Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, who the fuck is even watching MTV?
I'm not gonna
MTV's
lie.
a thing still? I don't even know that.
I only have internet. I don't have cable TV.
Right, exactly.
I could never imagine. I don't have the time. I mean, maybe I do, but I would never sit down and watch TV.
We established that. It takes sitting,
I'm
which Rocky
not gonna
can't
do that.
Right.
Rocky does not sit down.
I
You
wake
guys
up
are
in the
watching. If
morning-
you're watching the YouTube video, you're witnessing a rare thing. Watching Rocky. Sit
Well, I'm
here to
doing
do
something.
this.
I can sit down if I have to work on something or do something on the computer,
Right.
or like make up, some, the job. Sometimes in construction you have to sit down and fucking buckle up and actually make out a report. And I'm fine with that, provided I have a task.
Right.
And if I really like a movie or a skate video, I actually get into
Okay.
skate videos again now, or a cartoon or whatever I get into, then I can.
How
I'm into it.
14-year-old boy of you?
Thank you.
No problem.
I'd love a 14-year-old boy right now if you're offering.
Speaking
no.
of Ghislaine Maxwell,
Speaking of, right back to it. No, but anyways, just fast forwarding through all that crap. I'm just wondering where they can get with this, and how funny is it going to be? I think that now that you mention it, they never were like that bad. They were gross, and they were really, really sexist. That's probably gone. That's out the window.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like at the time they were a little bit when I was what 14.
was the 90s, yeah.
and I was like 14 years old. So maybe
Well,
they
that
were
would've made it
pushing-
like the
they were-
70s or
they
something.
Were pushing funny. They were pushing it a little bit back then, but I don't feel like on nowadays standards they could run. I feel like they could run. They could hit. Maybe they'd cut out the hitting frogs with bats one, just maybe. But
There's a lot.
just because
more to it
PETA's
than that.
big,
but also do you think?
I don't remember that much offensive shit out of that show.
I do.
Not
but
not.
It was really good. I thought it was funny. But do you think? I mean, are they gonna rip on music videos? Because that was the funniest thing. That was what we waited for.
Yeah. That I hope so, because that was some of the best stuff from
I haven't
Beavis
seen
and
a
Butthead.
fucking music video, and I can't tell you how long.
But John and I we've talked about this a bunch of times. I think we've talked about it before too. Videos are still being made, but they're just made for YouTube now.
oh, never. You're right.
There's
Holy
plenty
fuck.
of videos. You just literally, if you search your favorite band that you like, if they're still a band
I
and you
guess I
haven't
just
seen
haven't
anything
seen
from
it
them
on
in
a
20 years,
television.
and but you search for it on YouTube, I bet you'll find a video that you had
So
no
this
idea
is
they
going
made.
straight to Netflix then, right? No, this is on Comedy fucking Central.
Oh, it's on Comedy Central, not MTV
What
this time
the
around. Okay.
Fuck.
Then it might actually get viewed, and then it'll go online there. Comedy Central has their online arm.
Dude, he's
where
done
you
a
can
ton
watch
of
all
shit
that
since.
streaming.
since Beavis and Butthead and King of the Hill, he's done a lot of stuff. He even wrote on Office Space, which is one of our
Office
favorites.
Space is amazing. Most recently, he did. God, what was it? It was another
That's
Office
Silicon
themed-
Valley.
Silicon Valley.
He's
that's
done a
the
lot
one.
of stuff.
It was a great show. I watched all of that. Terrific show. Love that
Office
show.
Space is that is one of my favorite movies. I mean, it's one of the ones
is.
that I've seen. Like, sometimes you just like put in a movie and then like it'll stay in your well, I'm saying VCR. Wow, I'm really showing
It'll
my
stay in
age.
your
Holy
VCR.
shit, yes.
Right next
It'll
to your.
stay in your VCR until the tape thing pops,
What?
and then
No.
you have to rewind it with a pencil. You guys
Oh, that's
know
old school
that
cassette.
old thing.
I know. John does not.
It will not stay in my VCR because I don't have one because I'm a fucking.
Your laser disc will
new
never come
generation.
out.
Leave me
right
a
next to
message
your
on my answering machine
Right
or
next
just-
to your basketball 8mm
Send me a page. I'll get back to you as soon as I find a payphone.
pager.
It'll be great.
Make sure you send 143 because I love you. Inside reference.
I know.
Sorry.
I miss Jinkos. I really do. See, Jinkos is when I was fucking watching this shit. I was watching Beavis and Butthead probably in Jinkos for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Oh,
right?
absolutely, absolutely.
John
I was
was
all
way too
sweaty
young
from
for that.
skateboarding.
Were you?
Probably.
I was fucking 9. I don't know. It was weird.
You were way too young.
Yeah, I know, but anyways, Office Space, one of my all-time favorite things. But it was
back to that.
when you put in like a DVD or whatever, and then you just watch it like every night before you go to sleep. Like,
Right.
It was almost like they play it on repeat, like you're in jail or something.
It's not a DVD or whatever. It's a DVD.
DVD.
Yeah.
Well, on my day, I'd be watching it on Kazaa. I'd be watching it on a real fucking computer with a monitor with a tube
Yeah,
in
a
it,
CRT
and I'd be
monitor,
giving my
yeah.
fucking computer AIDS,
Yep.
trying to download fucking basketball and watch it 100 times.
LimeWire, is that a virus? Because that's all it gives you.
I know, right?
Dude, Kazaa was so gross, and people are gonna mess with me about I'm fucking with my nose ring. People think you're
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube.
But yeah, dude, I used to do that all the time. Or I'd like play the same just a Slipknot song, the same one fucking over and over.
Oh, John hates that shit.
Or you try to Google porn, you'd be like lesbian boobs, pussy, and like just see what you got whenever you came home. You got off the bus, you'd be
I
like
think we talked
racing
about
home.
this somewhere before because we talked about how you put in lesbian
Click
boobs.
on that link and
as
you're
if
like,
lesbian
oh,
boobs were
fuck.
different from straight girl boobs.
Are they?
Apparently to you,
No,
because
we
you search
talked-
lesbian boobs.
we did talk
I
about
like
this a few
any boobs.
episodes.
I'm a full accepting person of all boobs.
Listen, I'm pragmatic.
I'm from
if you put in
Orlando. I
lesbians,
accept
you're
it
getting
all,
2
sir.
sets of boobs now.
Oh, I see.
That's why.
You're
That's the
being
only reason
economical
lesbian's a
with
keyword.
your keyword searches.
Jesus Christ,
You were a
man.
really efficient
I
child.
need you up to date on stuff.
I'm
Well,
working on it.
Free the nip.
You want me up to date on stuff as you reference Kazaa.
Listen.
Thanks. Gotcha.
Kazaa is still the best way
I'm
to
with
ruin
you,
your
Sonny. I just got the Motley Crue cassette last week.
What is?
I got it
that by
from
Blockbuster?
the home service where they get buy one for a penny, get 8 free. Columbia House. It's the best deal around, son.
I stopped by the 5 and Dime and I got myself
Woolworths has a special.
a box of Cracker Jacks for $0.25. Now, John, how old are you? Do me asking?
Do you mind?
I'm
me asking?
27.
You're 27. Okay, I used to be 27. That's a cool club to die in.
I was
by
that
the way.
once.
Yeah. So wouldn't it be cool if John died? Because it's 20.
What?
No, I'm joking. So,
Oh, you mean the 27 Club?
but there is a
The only way he's ever going to be as cool as Kurt Cobain. Let's face it.
Oh, yeah.
There is a distinct difference between our age gap, and it's not exactly a full decade. But I think, are we the same amount older than?
No.
Like, am I like the middle child of like
No,
us?
I don't think so.
You're 4 years
There's a-
older than me?
I'm 33.
Okay, 6.
Okay, and then you
Wow.
are.
And then I'm. Oh no, I'm 6 years older than you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
are the
so-
middleman.
666 or
Wow.
6.
That's fun. Love me some Satan in the morning.
Say that 3 times, you get
Great
Bloody Mary
reference.
at night.
Jizzy
Speaking of
Lane,
Satan, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Jizzy in the morning, Jizzy in the evening,
Jizzy at supper time.
When Jizzy's on a bagel, that's the fucking Wayland biscuit.
Then your
got their
bagel's
name.
goddamn ruined. Throw it in the garbage and keep moving through your day. Try not to think about it. It'll bring up
Oh,
terrible
well,
memories.
what I was going to ask is what died in between your and my generation and between mine and John's generation. I can tell you right now is the last I was
Good one. Good.
because I mean
like
we
that.
were the first, when I was about 13 or 14 I'd heard of I knew that cell phones were out there. People had car phones in like their Jeep or their limos or whatever.
Right.
And then it was probably in that 14 or 15 year for me that people walked around with cell phones. All of a sudden, it happened very,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
fast.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm
And
trying
then
to remember when that
there was still
for
instant
me.
messaging and all that stuff like that. How old am I compared to you? How far are we off? If like, obviously we'd be like you would still be in middle school if I was like a fucking senior in high school if I had made it that far, but I went to the skate park
Yeah,
every day.
because I think cell phones started first coming out when I was like maybe 7 or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
When I first started.
No, they were
coming out.
I mean that's
No, but
not
those
the
were
same
like
for me.
the cell phones that were like big as shit
Yeah.
and had the antenna that you pulled all the way up.
Right.
And were the size of a brick at
Did you
least
ever-
until you folded it out and it was 2 bricks.
Now let's consider this. He did grow up in Philly. Now, were you playing manhunt, stickball,
Manhunt,
lights come on, you had to go home?
Yeah. Lights come on. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
what age did you personally get a cell phone to start walking around with?
Maybe. I think I was in 7th grade.
And that would be the year
so when I was like 13 or 12 or
What
something.
year?
Oh,
2000.
2000 and 3 or 4.
Okay.
Wow, he was 12 or 13. I was already ruining my life.
See, I was in 8th grade when the towers went down. Yeah, you were fucking...
I was well on my way, sir.
Actually, both of us had criminal records, and I was about the same age, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so...
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm so glad that you can't find people's...
Mugshots.
criminal records
Or records.
before they were... Because almost all my stuff was before I was 18.
Yeah, I got mine out of the way young, too. So I don't have any, like, mugshots anywhere that I know of. I've looked, too. I want to find them. I want to see what I look... I don't remember them.
Oh, I don't.
Let me see what I looked like way back then.
I want to know what T-shirt I was wearing every time I get arrested. That'd be so fucking cool. Because the one that I have... Because...
I hope somebody gets arrested wearing.
There's
our
only one
podcast
of mine
t-shirt.
that's available online, and I was wearing a really cool shirt. It was right after a Big D and the Kids Table concert. That was with Jake. It was fun. We were looking for tacos. We got pulled over, and I spent the night in jail.
Okay, looking for tacos obviously has a different meaning for Rocky.
We were looking for some nose tacos. No, I'm
Nose
joking.
tacos.
No, we really were looking for tacos. We
Extra
just,
guacamole. You know what I mean?
We were so hungry that I was willing to do anything. And he was like, turn down this street. And so we turned down a street with a fucking accident on it. And of course, we were fucking hammered and covered in beer. Because if you've ever seen
awesome.
Big D and the Kids Table, they do that
No.
song Little Bitch at the end and they pour beer all over each other. It's a hoot.
Sure.
Let's go out right after that and get drugged. Great idea.
Oh, man. No
It's the kind of
tacos.
decision making you make at 24, John.
Best tacos I've ever had.
Yeah. So I'm still a little. All right, so what would consider me the different generation from you? What do you think that I probably didn't get to experience that you did? You were probably one of the last few. Too.
Did you? Okay. All right. For real. Did you ever dial a rotary phone?
I have, but
As
only
a kid,
ironically.
Like, was that like your grandma's phone or something?
Yes.
Yeah,
It was
when
my aunt's. It was my aunt's.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure my grandma had a rotary phone when I was a kid, or my great grandma for sure, because she was old as
Where
fuck.
did this come up recently? I heard this somewhere else.
I don't know, but yeah, I just
is a
remember
great
using
question.
a rotary
That's a great
phone.
question.
Like, just barely remember using a rotary phone.
Did you ever click
That was
a
not
TV?
just ironic or fucking with you. Yeah, we talked
the
about this
knob?
one time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
clicking a TV. I definitely remember clicking TVs.
I had to find G.I. Joe on the motherfucker.
Yeah,
It was
UHF and VHF, and then you could fucking like twist the knob
Yeah.
on the outside to make it
But
come
see,
in better or worse.
That
It
was probably
crazy.
your main TV, right?
Yeah, it was like this big cabinet in the
Yeah,
fucking
for
living
us-
And
room.
this was my aunt's
main
in
TV.
Texas.
You only
and
had one TV, dude.
No, yeah.
You
I'm
only
saying
main TV.
For
You mean
us,
the TV? Yeah.
For us, it was like the living room TV, and then I had one in my bedroom. But like we had an extra
Ooh,
one
you
in the
fancy 1%er.
We had one in the basement that was like
He's in a motorcycle
One in the
gang.
basement. He had extra floors in his house, y'all,
What?
and TVs in it.
I never got that
Goddamn,
growing up. I
John
didn't,
Hannon.
dude. The first time I saw a basement was when I went to West Virginia. I was 33.
And this
32.
is you're a Florida guy. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah,
But even in
we
Texas,
had basements
there's-
where
I
I
didn't see
grew up,
fucking
but
basements.
I couldn't
Where
afford
you from?
one. I did most of my growing up in Atlanta. We've been.
Oh
over this.
yeah.
Yeah. There's underground in Atlanta.
Yeah. It's weird because it's not that far away. It seems like it'd still be like water underneath the earth, and that town is fucking old, dude.
Yeah.
Well, fine,
Kinda-
fuck you.
I'm just-
All right,
I'm
so
agreeing with
all
you.
right.
all right.
It is old, but it's not old too because we talked about this earlier. It's only like 160 years old. It was all burned down after the Civil War
Oh yeah, What
and then
the fuck?
rebuilt.
Why the hell they burn it down?
Sherman did that on his way because he was fucking mad. He was literally pissed off because he lost. It was like the end of the Civil War. The South had lost. He was a Southern general, and he burned like this whole trail all the way down to fucking Savannah.
Yeah, I'm not going to make a lot of friends here, but they were fucking tyrants. They were trying to make their own country. They got beat by the United States of America.
I understand, but yeah, because essentially he was a piece of shit.
I saw a fucking Confederate
First of all,
flag
he was a
today.
Confederate general. Second of all, he burned a city. Like, which one? They're both kind of being a piece of shit.
I saw a Confederate flag today, and it actually kind of a nice neighborhood. I was a little torn. I was taken back. I was like, Where'd you even get that? Where the fuck did you get one of those?
Dark web, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like, can you even order? You can order one like on a regular website. You could probably not on Amazon though, right?
I don't know why you would
Amazon
want
that. Somebody
one.
search that and see if you can get it.
Dude, god damn it. You are such a good seguer because I'm going to tell you what.
Speaking of penises, what were we saying? Speaking of
Redskins has
wieners.
removed all their merch offline except for Amazon. You can still find Redskins merch. Obviously, they are.
Did they change the name? Is that
They're
a sure thing? I saw them talking about that yesterday.
They are heavily considering it, and I'll tell you why. They've been talking about this since the fucking 90s or something like that. I can't tell. I've heard this argument a million times, and they probably
Cleveland.
they just should have get off the pot. Was it offensive back in fucking 2004, or is it like we're still having the same argument?
Yeah.
That's not actually up to me to fucking decide, but it seems like they put a lot of money and several fucking decades now into wondering, is this fucking offensive to people when they've been bitching for 20 fucking years about it?
Yes.
So a lot they're right now while they're deliberating. Obviously, their merch has gone up in cost, except for on Amazon. You can still find it. It says like Redskins football or whatever the fuck, you know.
See, I hate the Redskins, but like I want
don't
one
even
of
know
those
if
just so
they're
I
good.
have it. So
Are they
after
good?
it changes, I mean, no, I
Have football?
No, I feel like no, not lately. They have not been.
I don't know
They have
what
a
good
history
is.
of being good back in the day, decades ago, but no, recently they have not been really good.
I've never watched
But even
one
if
game
they
of football
were
in my
good,
life.
I don't give a shit for them. But I want a piece of this because I feel like if they're going to change it, I want one of these last, like, you know what I mean?
You're gonna beat up like you're wearing a Trump shirt.
I'm not going to wear it. It's just
Oh,
cool
okay.
to have because I feel like in some time it would be worth money.
Yeah,
because it's going to be rare.
It's
and
got like the logo of the
That's like somebody that
Indian.
collects Nazi memorabilia.
Yeah, I
They're
was
like,
thinking
I
the same
sell
way.
it to other
Yeah, I
people.
was thinking- yeah, you're
They're
right. Maybe
not.
that's
I'm
not
not the
good.
Nazi. I'm
Yeah.
the one that spent.
It's I just have the
thousands on
Confederate
Nazi
flag
stuff.
because I'm going to sell it later for a profit. Who buys those?
I hear
People
they're
on the
covering-
internet, the dark web. We established this.
I hear they are covering up. If you have like a Confederate flag or a Nazi tattoo or something racist or whatever, I'm hearing that a lot of tattoo shops are willing to cover that up for free. So
wow.
if you
That's
have
a
a
service.
fucking racist tattoo, you have no fucking excuse. Go and get that shit covered up now. Or they're gonna burn that shit off you in prison one
Yeah,
day.
you're right. Don't
Like
don't
you
let
fucking
people
left the
find it.
motorcycle club that John's in because apparently he's a 1%er.
Yeah, I have all the tattoos.
1%er motorcycle club.
under this sweatshirt.
They're fancy.
Dude, I would.
They all ride BMW
If
fucking road
there
bikes.
was a skateboard. I can't ride a motorcycle. I'm afraid. I rode one time. I've ridden a few. I wasn't afraid until one day I rode. My brother got this Harley and he fucking brought it around, and I think maybe before this fucking happened, he was maybe gonna sell it to me for cheap. He probably bought it to say like, "Hey, I found this for you. It would be a good first bike or whatever."
Until
And
he
I
saw
rode
what
it
you did on
directly
it.
into someone's yard and ended up straight in between two trees. I very easily could have fucking killed myself.
Okay.
And then I had to like.
At least you weren't like on the road.
So somebody else like started it for me and shit because it was fucking. It was
started
fucked up
it for you?
somehow.
Okay.
So it was fucked up somehow, and it like took like a special way. And I don't know enough about bikes to even tell you how this happened. But somehow I
buy
had to
it.
figure it all out or whatever, and continue on and fucking ride all the way back home in first gear. It was
you couldn't
super
change gears?
embarrassing. Couldn't fucking do it. The bike was fucked up, dude. It was
Like I like how your brother was like, "Here, ride this bike," and you're like, "I don't know how to change gears or start it. Let's do this."
everything was going fine until I couldn't
down.
figure out how to fucking
What's
steer. But
wild?
I'd ridden motorcycles before, and it wasn't like that.
Oh wait, steer? I don't know how to do that either.
Yeah, there was
Learning
no
on
steering.
the go.
It was like as soon as you even turned the wheel, you were completely. Even if you were leaning and you knew how to fucking ride, even a bicycle, shit, you got to lean with it. Like you
Lean
know,
with it, rock with it.
I knew
exactly.
you were gonna fucking say that. I knew somebody was gonna say it.
This thing just threw you off balance. Anyways, we're embarrassing ourselves. It's
Lean with it.
Welcome
rock
to What's
with
the
it.
Fuss podcast.
Yeah,
Weekly, embarrassing ourselves.
do you guys have anything to plug before we get the fudge out?
No.
I know you guys are still doing the Best of Orlando thing.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, if
Still-
anybody hasn't,
still active voting going on over there.
yeah,
So go over to Orlando Weekly and what's it under? Local color.
Boom. I was going to ask Rocky what topic headline it was under. It's local color.
Color. What else? What else would it be?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Right? Yeah,
I did
let's
say
hear
best
it.
You got my
color last
sides
week.
hurting. Chill out.
We want ideas. OrlandoWeekly.com under the local color section. Best local podcast.
Funny to informing. Not What's the Fuss because they're not nominated.
No, we are not. We got nominated a
I
couple
tried.
years ago, and they were like, if you have any money, we can like. You know,
Yeah,
maybe
it'll
you'll
really
do
help you
better.
out, right? Yeah.
And I was like, no, you fucking asshole. And I'd heard other people say that before, but I like.
Well, I
it
found
was
out
so
that
weird
actually
when
the
I-
real deal on that. It's if you win first, second, or third, which comes with the plaque or whatever, like an engraved plaque and blah 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 with the year on it and shit. they charge you for that.
You mean the
That's
ones
what it
that
is. That
Tom and
costs you
Dan
money.
probably just throw in the fire by now because they have
Well,
so many of
back
them?
in the day, I think they gave them to you, and Tom and Dan would probably throw them in the fire. Now, Tom and Dan just don't buy the plaques; they don't give a shit.
best
They
show
don't
in
even go
Orlando.
pick up their. They
They're
don't
the
even go
best
pick up
show in
their.
Orlando. I mean,
they
they
are,
fucking- they're
but
very well
they're
produced.
not
They're
interested
fucking
in the
funny as
Orlando
fuck.
Weekly.
They're probably over it, man. They've won that award. They've done that. Who knows? I can't speak for them, but I love those guys. All right, so we will be back next week. I'm sure the fucking news is going to be just as crazy as it was this week. And if you really want to help us out, I would go over, buy a shirt or something like that, or maybe even a phone case from Funny to Informing, or go over to what'sthefuspodcast.com, get yourself a fucking cool, nifty T-shirt.
And then get arrested in it, so you have a good booking photo for us to look at and laugh.
If you get arrested in a What's the Fuss podcast shirt, I will definitely send you a sticker. And by the way, Carl, this was one of our questions today. What happens if you just by chance win a contest with What's the Fuss and it takes them over a year to send you a sticker? I'm guessing that's directed at me. I must have
why-
forgotten.
You're terrible.
Carl, I
don't
love
know.
you.
Sometimes he takes those shots. I think
That could be very
CD,
pointed at us
that
too.
could
If
be
we owe
us.
you a sticker, Carl, well,
CD.
we got you.
I
You'll
think
be
we
seeing
owe,
something in the mail. I love you. I'm sorry. I must have fucked up.
we
there.
owe you something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, John owes you something now. Probably a BJ. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you for listening. We out this
This
month.
ma.